Hello, Dream Chasers. Welcome to Dream Chaser Stories, where we share inspiring tales from around the world to motivate and uplift you. Certainly, here's the story of Kisa Gotami and the mustard seed, told in a more narrative style. Once upon a time, in a small village in ancient India, there lived a young woman named Kisa Gotami. She was full of joy and life, especially after the birth of her beloved son. Her world revolved around him, and she cherished every moment they spent together. One day, tragedy struck. Her son fell gravely ill, and, despite her desperate efforts to save him, he passed away. Kisa Gotami was devastated. She couldn't accept his death and wandered the village, holding her son's lifeless body, pleading for someone to bring him back to life. The villagers, moved by her grief, suggested she visit the Buddha, who was known for his wisdom and compassion. Kisa Gotami, with a glimmer of hope, went to see the Buddha. She laid her son's body at his feet and begged him to bring her child back to life. The Buddha looked at her with deep compassion and said, "Kisa Gotami, I can help you. But first, you must bring me a mustard seed from a household that has never experienced death." Kisa Gotami, filled with new hope, immediately set off to find the mustard seed. She went from house to house, knocking on every door and asking, "Have you ever experienced death in this household? If not, could you give me a mustard seed?" At each door, she heard stories of loss and sorrow. One household had lost a father, another a daughter, and yet another a brother. No matter where she went, she could not find a single household untouched by death. As the day turned to night, Kisa Gotami began to understand the Buddha's teaching. She realized that death is a part of life, something that every family experiences. Her pain, while deep and personal, was also shared by all. Returning to the Buddha, Kisa Gotami no longer carried her son's body, but a newfound understanding. The Buddha gently spoke to her, "Kisa Gotami, the mustard seed was not to bring your son back to life, but to help you see that suffering and death are universal. It is through understanding this that we can develop compassion for others and find peace." With this wisdom, Kisa Gotami found the strength to let go of her grief and live her life with a heart full of compassion and understanding for the suffering of others. This story reminds us that suffering is a shared human experience, and through empathy and compassion, we can find solace and support each other in times of sorrow.